Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? This is Queen Aishah, and thank you so much for joining us for another dope episode of I Know Dope People with me, Queen Aishah. Our topic tonight is, what do we talk about online when it comes to our intimate relationships and our partners? What do we keep private, sacred, not like you're embarrassed or hiding, but just to say the things that we keep like sacred, to protect ourselves and honor ourselves and our mate. We're going to talk about that tonight with my dope panel of my for real friends. And Larry Parrish, Deacon Larry Parrish, is the guest co-host today, along with Coach Eboni Caldwell, Michael Prince, and Nichelle Johnson is not joining us today. She may be checking us out. She has some things that she needed to take care of, but you know how we do. But before we get into it, we got some Queens quickies. So happy 80th birthday to my mom, Geraldine Hogan's, and all her other names and attributes that she goes by. She will be 80 on the 23rd of this month. Happy birthday, mommy, Mama Gigi. While we were gone, I was celebrating my birthday because Tanya was celebrating her birthday. She was cruising and boozing and cruising. And I was hitting some stages as well. I got to perform with Melly Camacho Thanksgiving weekend at the Norcross Comedy Theater in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I also hung out for Tina Graham's 60th birthday celebration at Uptown Comedy Club last Thursday. And I wanted to share with you all that in July, I joined Toastmasters. Toastmasters is an organization that helps to build like your public speaking and your leadership skills. And I needed to build my confidence. Anyway, it's a great networking tool. I have some great friends that I've met in my organization, my immediate organization in district. I participated in the humorous contest. Now, I did not win, but I participated. But let me tell y'all what happened, because I'm going to tell my story. So it had to be between, I think, 5 and 7 minutes. And I was like a few seconds under. I was funny as hell. I was funny. But my time was short. But they surprised me and honored me for our during our holiday event. We went to Bahama Breeze on Monday. So I just wanted to share that with you all. I'm really proud of myself. I didn't even expect it. But this is the third award that I've gotten in less than 5 months, because I'll be doing the table topics and I can talk about stuff in 2 minutes. I don't know how I couldn't do 5 minutes. Anyway, congratulations to me. I pat myself on the back. All right, if y'all didn't check out the Grammy salute to 50 years of hip hop, everybody, not everybody, everybody was on there. Will Smith, DJ Jazzy Jeff, LL Cool J, Queen Latifah, Moni Love, Public Enemy with Flavor Flav. That's for y'all that don't know that Flavor Flav is part of Public Enemy. Just want to put that out there. De La Soul, MC Light, Bun B, Common, DJ Quick, Warren G, Yo, Too Short, Arrested Development, JJ Fan, hit it, Ebony, Roxanne Shante, Jeezy, T.I., Jermaine Dupri, Questlove was one of the producers, and many more rappers were on there honoring hip hop. It's 50 years of hip hop. We're going to rock out 50 more. We're not stopping, because we are the greatest generation ever. Just wanted to put that out there for y'all. All right, so we are going to get into our topic because these topics get really hot and heavy. So I'm not going to take up too much more time. Let me just share with you all today Queen Aishah's inspirational soul food quote. And it is, you may be changed by events, but choose not to be reduced. That is by the poet Dr. Maya Angelou. May she rest in peace. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. We are discussing how should we discuss our relationships, commitments, intimate entanglement. How do we discuss those on social media? So we're going to bring up my brother friend of almost 30 years. Dang, that's a long time, Larry. I don't know who old Lemon Drop. That's your new name, Lemon Drop. We're going to start off with the guest co-host, Deacon Larry Parrish. I thought Larry, Katanya, bring Larry up. I thought that Larry, you would be really great. I thought, what's up, baby?
Hey, Queen.
What's up? What's up? You ain't calling me back from last night. You must still have been dropping lemon drop.
The lemon drop dropped me.
I fell asleep, but I woke up this morning. I said, Larry hit me back. He must be good. He don't need nothing.
I think I'm good.
Good. Well, you here, so you good.
Yeah.
So let me explain to you why this topic, I wanted to discuss this topic.
Okay.
I think the gentleman's name is Joe Smith, the NBA player. And it was a whole thing with his wife being on OnlyFans. I ain't even ever been on there. I don't even know what they do. I heard about it though. But she's on there and she's doing her thing and yada, yada, yada. They were having a discussion. Right. They were having a discussion, which was kind of like an argument. And I don't even know at the time, in real time, if he knew that he was being filmed. And well, not even being filmed, that it was live. And I just felt like, wow, like that's a lot because that's your personal business. You understand? That's sacred space in your house. And like, how do you protect your mate? And I think a lot of times women think that he a man, he should take it. I can say anything to him. So I just wanted us to discuss that like from both ends. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of times men are looked at like they should be so strong. Their spirit's just like my spirit. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to talk about that. And because you a deacon that drink lemon drops.
So now you put my business on social media.
You know what? I take that. Deacon Larry Parrish. I thought that you would be great to lead this discussion for so many reasons because you are what y'all call it? I was gonna say it's a spiritual being. You're in the you're Christian, and just also because I know you as a person and how you move and having been married, and you have a lot of women in your life, whether it's your sisters, your nieces, female friends like myself. And just being able to look at it from the guy's point of view and a woman's point of view, I think that you would give a good balance because you deal with all of us. And then we have Eboni Caldwell, Coach Eboni Caldwell. She is with us today on the panel as well as Michael Prince. So we're going to get right into it because it's going to be hot and heated. And please make sure that you can comment, and the panelists, if you all see someone posting something and you think it's a good topic, go ahead. If you're able to copy and paste it or screenshot it and put it even in our private chat, you can do that because I believe it's going to be a lot of information shared and lessons learned. So let's pour into each other. All right, guest co-host, Mr. Parrish.
All right, Queen, I'm ready. So let me talk from the male point of view, and if it was a surprise. So if I found out my girlfriend had an OnlyFans and I didn't know about it, we have now hit an area where there got to be boundaries somewhere. And if that was a surprise for him, then shame on her because that should never be a surprise. I mean, we're not even talking about girlfriend, boyfriend. We're talking about married. This is somebody that you plan on spending the rest of your life with. And then I have to discover that you're on an OnlyFans doing God knows what, and everybody's seeing our private, intimate things that we do at home. And God knows on some of those OnlyFans what people do on there. I think we've got to have boundaries. And for something like that to be being shared, if he knew he was being taped, maybe he didn't. But we got to have some boundaries somewhere. And there's no way that I'm going to be married to someone and then I find out later on that they have an OnlyFans account. I know there are reasons for divorce, adultery, battery, and things like that when you think about the spiritual part of it. But for me, that could be a deal breaker for me. I love to hear what some of the other men have to say, but I can only speak for me. That would be a deal breaker for me where it's going to definitely cause some friction in the marriage. We may have to get some counseling because you got to get counseling first to try to get through it. But that's a lot to untangle to find out your wife has an OnlyFans account. I don't know if I could get past that. I don't know if I can get past that.
And we're gonna that was what made me have the discussion, want to have this discussion, but we're not gonna stick on them.
Yeah.
But I understand that this is what I heard, that a woman that he's been entertaining, and this is what his wife said, actually, I guess she kind of snooping around her page, and that's how he found out.
See?
But my biggest thing, my purpose for it is because they were having a discussion, and she was kind of like brushing them off, like, why you mad? Like, you ain't making no money, and I'm trying to make money for our lifestyle. So that's what the situation. Look at Larry. Yes. And she was having a discussion with him, like live on social media. But I don't even know if he knew it. Like, I'm like, yo, this is wow.
Yeah.
No, Michael, like, he got something to say in his spirit.
Man, let me just put this out. Look. You know who you with when you get with him. That I'm gonna say that just to say you know who you with when you get with him. He knew she had a fans only account, and if that's her way of that's her employment. All I can do is applaud her for that. But we do have to have some rules. There have to be some rules set up so that both of us are comfortable with you doing, your OnlyFans account, and what is my responsibility in this as a man. One thing about a man that we don't do well with, and this is just being honest, okay? Someone else having someone else having a pipeline into our significant other's life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I say this, I'm being as generous as I can. I said I was gonna play the villain tonight, so whatever the hell come out of my mouth gonna come out. But we got to look at this and say, if we visually look at this, because everything nowadays is optical. It don't matter what the hell really happened. It's optics. So if we're looking at this and we're saying to ourselves, okay, optically, how does this look to our relationship, to our friends that are part of this relationship? How does this look? That's the question that needs to be asked. I digress, and I'm gonna come back with something harder than that in a minute.
And Eboni, what do you want to add to that?
I don't like it. I don't like. It's very messy. It's very messy. It's like everybody's really like, messy. Let's see what we can do for the gram, but it's very messy. And
they too old for that. They too old for that.
Too old for that. Even the young kids too. It's just too much. I'm just not a fan. I'm very private, and I'm just not a fan. It was very messy. I really can't say too much about it because it irks my soul. It irks my spirit.
Not her soul.
It's something that you normally say, Aisha, that you normally say, but I can't say it on here.
You can cuss on here. We cuss.
You said it makes your ass itch.
It makes. I'm embarrassed.
If something bothers Aisha,
that sounds so funny coming out of your mouth. It sounds so
if
funny.
something bothers Aisha real bad, she said my whole entire ass itch. I'm like, okay, so that's how you know she really don't like it.
Like I'm really done.
Ass itch. Yeah.
When I saw it, my mouth was honestly open. But it's so many things online that people are doing for likes. They're doing everything's not for sale. You're not for sale. You understand what I'm saying? And I was speaking with a friend, a sister comedian friend, Hadia, on yesterday, and we were just talking about as far as stand-up now. Mike, we had talked about this before we came on, and just as people think that because we're comics that we think everything is funny, it's not. It's not. Okay, and then even more now, like Hadia was like, a lot of people don't understand, like the internet is forever. And here's the thing, your mind is constantly changing. How you feel about things and people. I was watching somebody today just cuss and go off on somebody. I was like, but you may not feel that way tomorrow. You may not feel that way next week. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? It's out there. And nobody has to speak to you. A person doesn't have to remind you. The internet will, right? Because it already give you memories.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook already like, this is what you was doing in 2018. So just those things we have to be very careful. But how do we, because even sometimes when we're sharing, people are sharing so much about their relationships. You know what I'm saying? It's fine to be in love, but does everything have to be up there? But when you putting it up there, you in love and love and love, and then when you're not no more, y'all broke up, and then somebody asks you what happened, you're mad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you all? What are your thoughts about that? Because Mike, you're married, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll post about Erica. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you posted like with your wedding, you posted your daughter's wedding,
Right.
but I think that you're all strategic with certain things that you post.
And everything, like I said before, I mean, and I'll say this now, everything is not for the internet.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like, you know, I'm a stand-up comic, and you may see me post some comedy, and because I know how I talk on stage, you will rarely see me post my comedy on Facebook. And there's a reason for that. I don't want people to think that's how I talk all the time, because if you walk up to me and you talking like I'm talking on stage, again, that's a scripted act that we're doing that makes us laugh, and we're paid to make other people laugh. When it comes to a OnlyFans account, this is not about laughing. This is about something other than laugh. This is about my life. This is who I am. This is the pure fabric of who I am, and you can't change it because you can't go take it back. Somebody done already copied it or shared it.
Yeah,
On
the internet always.
So you have to be. I mean, if you go and look at my social media pages, my pages is about what I like, and I love to do barbecue. I love comedy. And I love walking and doing my thing. That's all you're gonna see. Now you may see me in the toilet with my pants down, but it ain't gonna reach the internet. It is never gonna reach that. But I'll take a picture and say, "Hey man, guess where I'm at?" And have anybody ever taken your favorite toilet? I mean, that kind of thing. But you won't ever see that online.
And let me explain something to you. Marcus D. Wiley, he's a comedian out of Houston. He was on some podcast and having a conversation. And he talked about how same thing, you share everything, like you're a couple and you all are branding. Here's like me and my wife, our brand, you're a brand. He said, me and my wife are not a brand, we're a bond. I thought that was so powerful because that really sets a boundary of what you're separating. His wife is a singer. She's a gospel singer. But you'll see them post about family and stuff, but they have their boundaries. And when you're talking about your relationship and you get, as he said, I'm paraphrased, you give it the 7 steps to a successful marriage and all of this. Well, give us the 7 steps to it being unsuccessful too. But don't get mad when it doesn't work. Now, I'm not wishing that on anyone, but this is life. Life is life and it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be very careful. And some people don't think about that. Now, then this is what I'm going to put out there. With the thing with Jada and Will came to us as celebrities, right? They came to us individually. We knew who they were. So they got married and it happened. That's different because that's like saying BC before Christ. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're before internet. So their situation is a little different, but sometimes I just be like, make it stop.
I be like, make her stop because she just be. And
I don't even be looking at it. So I can't because I don't even watch it because I really like both of them. And I don't really want to hear all of that. I don't need all y'all.
It's too much.
Yeah, I'd like, please make it go away.
But one of the comments on here, and there are probably a lot of couples like this. I think her name is Razia.
That's my sister, Razia.
Yeah. So Razia, she has a very good point. When I personally I like for my, and I'm different. I like for my wife to have access to my social media. I want her to be my friend on social media. I want her to follow me because if there's something
being friends in the house ain't enough. Y'all could barbecue together ain't enough.
Again, we have to get outside of the thought process that what we do on the internet, we got to get outside of that and say it's just on the internet. No, it's not just on the damn internet. It's way past that. So when you have these things, or you have these friends, or you have these people who are your friends, they're just following you to see what you're going to do and just to see if you're going to make that mistake. But that's why you have, as our age people, just like the guy says below, our age people may not see, we may see everything wrong with it. But the generation after us, they don't have no damn secrets. They put ass out there. They put all kinds. They put coochie. They put coochie waxing out there and everything. I mean, I don't understand. I ain't putting it out there. My mama wore a duster into the skating ring and got us. I'm just trying to tell you.
Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. It's so funny, Razia noticed. My mother came to the club and had Razia Page. We looked and said, yo,
That is so embarrassing. I would have.
we said your mama.
Queen, you lying.
Can't
You
even
is
get
lying.
it out.
We said your mama here for you.
Aisha.
Queen, you are lying.
Get it out, Aisha.
That's why her name Geraldine. We was like, your mama here for you.
You know, my mama named Geraldine too. They all crazy. But
Let me tell
anyway,
you something. No, for real. Like, because it's a different generation. Like a Geraldine and a Keisha
yes,
is two different parenting skills.
that's right.
No offense to Keisha.
Yes, and I say this all the time. Vanessa and Vera, those two different people.
Esther,
Different generations.
Edith, Ada, Ida, Betty, Barbara, Dolores,
Oh my God,
they
Mama.
whipped asses. You heard?
My mother is Barbara Jean. She did not play. I couldn't even look
Yes.
at her funny.
She had
Don't
two
check
names.
Yes.
She had two names, so you know Barbara and Jean.
Yeah,
showed
the
up
belt.
your ass.
Yes.
They both showed up to beat you.
And don't let them have their daddy name, Willie Mae. But anyway, we're going to keep on going.
Can we continue with what we talking? Yeah.
Well, okay, so wait a minute though, Queen. So wait a minute, take a look at this though. So let's say for all intents purposes, I'm going to use myself as an example, and I was married. I didn't play my divorce out on online, nor did I play when we were together online. It's just who I was. I don't share all my business online because I want some things to be private. Can some things just between me and you? And I think that's why all of this stuff happens and people lead to infidelity. And now I want to be with this person, that person, because you share all your business online. You got people out there that, no offense, but lady go get a boob job and the boobs are on the internet and everybody's looking like, oh, okay, I want her. I want her. And then like some things just need to stay private between who you're dating. And I look at all these people and they just live through social media. And I'm like, well, what did you do when it was no longer, or if it was shut down for a day? I don't even think some people would make it because they have to live. I understand for your business, that's different. But we here, we drinking here. Oh, now we here, and now we here. And I'm like, okay, can't some of that just be between the two of you? You got to share your whole life on the internet, who you're dating, who you sleep with. You know, I'm like, what? No boundaries, none.
Right. Yeah.
None.
And you're like, who raised you?
Right.
Ebony got something to say. Go ahead, Ebony.
Yeah, so no, I totally agree. But honestly, I think it's also, I don't want to say a couple's immature, but I just think it's on the understanding between the couple, between the two people, and the maturity level as well. It's a sound understanding, because I know, just like you, Larry, I got divorced, but no one never knew. I never posted it. No one didn't know until I didn't even change my status to single. I just took it all down. I don't have single man. I don't have nothing on my status. So I don't do any of that. So, but when I had got divorced, no one didn't know till probably maybe after a couple years, and people was like, "Oh my God, you're divorced." Oh, I'm so. Oh, well, why? I was like, because there wasn't nobody. That's something I privately went through. But even when we were together, like social media didn't have a problem. Like we were very respectful of. We didn't do. I don't know. We didn't do any of that. I don't even think social media. I'm old, so I think.
But there are some young couples that do think like us. They don't put everything.
Yeah, they don't put everything. Yeah.
There are some like that. But I will say this, and I'm supposed to be playing villain tonight. And I'm gonna put this out there and let you all think about it. When the likes are over, ... You got to think about all. I think about everything that I put out before I put it out. There's nothing that I can say to anyone that says, "Hey, this was embarrassing," because I got somebody. Honestly, that's what our job is to check what I put out there. Yeah. And that's my wife. I mean, you check it. I mean, if it don't look right, don't sound right, but babe, you really didn't read this before you wrote, put it out. Take that down. That kind of thing. And that's what they're supposed to be there for. But when you got something like a fans only account, you on your own. You flying on your own.
Yeah, buddy. I'm not a fan of that. That only fans. Only thing I think of is that you butt naked, shaking all. Yeah, shaking. That's the only thing that comes to mind. But some people say no. Some people do other things. But I'm like, I don't know.
Well, and it's not even OnlyFans, because I'm sorry, like on IG they doing too much.
Let me
you know
tell
what I'm saying? So,
and Queen, you know my daughter Madison, she's 18, gonna be 19 in April. Her and her mom, me and her mom had a conversation about a week and a half ago. Madison gonna post something up on the IG. I didn't go off. Her mom did. I kindly called her. I said, Madison, do you know when you go for an interview, people look at your Instagram account? I would really appreciate if you take that down. That's not a good representation of me or your mom, and we didn't raise you that way. You need to take that down. You know what she said? Okay, Dad, you're right. I'll take it down.
And what Nikki say? I want to hear Nikki's version.
Oh, you don't want to hear that version?
Was it prophetic?
Yes. It was anointed.
Good.
But I didn't want to.
But that's how you
didn't want to go off on her
Mm-hmm.
because she's going to be 19 in April.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk to her like an adult and told her the reason why I wanted you to take it down. Not because I'm your dad and we paying for you to go to school. No, when people go to interview you, they check out your social media website pages. And I would appreciate if you take that down. It's not a good reputation of me or your mom and how we raised you. Can you please take that down? And she said, okay, Dad, I will.
And she probably doesn't know to have a pseudonym too. I have friends that have pseudonames just because they don't want everybody from everywhere and different organizations following them. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's good. And also now, Madison's in college, so she has a strong foundation. So she's going to, she's going to wait because she's going to meet different people, have different experiences, but she's grounded.
Yeah.
So that's why she argue with you. That's why she's like, you right, Dad. And she need to make sure that her cell phone.
And it wasn't too bad.
Make sure her cell phone bills continue to get paid.
Because I will cut that off.
Shut it down.
I was like, I don't like that picture. Take that down.
Yeah.
Kill it.
Yeah, exactly. But also the other lesson for that, and this is for Madison and other young people or grown people, old people, whatever, that don't know, when you put it out there, it's really out there. So when you take it down, it could be too late.
It's still out there.
That's right. So
I told her, Queen.
Yeah.
I said, and let's not do that again.
Right. And then we said it just like that.
Let's not do that again.
Let's not repeat this. See, I think those things are very important. But again, just sharing. Okay, so let me ask you this, because this came to me as we were talking about this topic. Like, to each of us, what is your definition of love? Let's start with Larry. What's your definition of love?
My definition of love would be one in which it is unconditional. I told this to somebody the other day, Queen. I said, I wish I could meet somebody like me because I know how to love, but I haven't met that person that can return that same love to me. They said, oh, that's deep. They said, that's deep. I said, yeah, I wish I could meet someone like me because I know how to love. But I have not met somebody who can love me.
Now that's dope and that's powerful. But the other thing is, we have to accept people for who they are,
right where they are,
right? But also, we have to also show people how to love us, because if they've never seen that, been asked to do it, or received it, that's something. But that's dope. That's a real.
Well, I'll tell you this, Queen. I will say, this ain't working for me. This ain't working for me. And then the next time you won't see me.
So you give them 3, this ain't working for me, and 2, this ain't working for me.
That sounds like a threat.
And then the next time you won't see me.
Okay.
He's a 3 strikes you're out type of person.
That sounds like a threat. That sounds like a threat, bro.
3 strikes you're out type of person, because they grown. Right. They got it that first time. You gave them the second time. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all, sir.
Because you let them know.
Yeah. And they
say, let's not do that again.
Yeah.
You say,
no, I just say, Queen, this ain't working for me. And either you're going to hear me and make some different changes and do things differently,
communication,
or we're going to move on and we can still be friends.
That's I like my dope ass guy friend.
That's what's up.
We can still be friends.
Look at Larry. Look at Mike.
Look at Larry. That's what's up.
I'm friends with my ex-wife.
Yeah. You gotta still be friends.
You gotta be friends, because if I'm coming over, I need to know that I got access to the house.
That's right. You gotta still be friends.
Yeah, I'm real close to my ex. We're best of friends. We do better as friends than what we did married. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
My ex don't talk to me. My former.
Why you say it like that, Aisha?
Queen line.
No, for real.
They don't talk to you?
What, bro? My dog.
I'm shocked.
I am shocked.
Because he didn't want to. He didn't want the marriage to end, and then.
Yeah.
Queen, that's another.
No, word is born, for real. Mike, how much you there? Huh? But that could be another show, yeah.
Yeah, that's another show, for real. I want
to. Yeah, that is another show. That's deep.
That's deep.
What?
So Mike, what's your definition of love?
I try to keep things in a sentence so they're very well and eloquently put. I'm lying. I say this.
What?
I say this so that it covers all the realms of love and love. I am an unconditional lover that will always continually chase and cherish you. That's love.
Good job, sir.
You know what? You is so intelligent.
I am. You know, I was in special ed to the 6th grade. I was in special ed to the 6th grade.
That was good. That's a great way. I think
good.
that I can relate to that. Yes.
Thank you.
So definitely, I think that love is loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Love is patient. Love is kind.
I knew you was going there.
No, but love for me, love is really I love hard. You know what I'm saying? If I rock with you, I rock with you, and I will give opportunities. And that's whether it is someone that I'm feeling intimately or even a friend. And but I think, Larry, with you, I think that I'm vocal with, this ain't working, or I have a conversation and I may have it different ways and I may have it in my head. And you may have been cussed out a couple of times and you ain't even feel it. But I think that I'm a very sincere person. And I think that a lot of times I tend to get my feelings hurt because I expect the same thing in return. And that's why I've had to learn that you have to love them. If you love a person, you love them where they are, or you leave it alone and move on.
Yeah. Don't waste their time.
Don't waste their time. Don't waste my time.
At all.
Absolutely.
And women love to love. They love to love for what they think he'll be. You can't do that with a man. You can probably do that with a woman, but you can't love a person for the potential you think they will have.
Potential ain't paid a bill yet.
A potential has never paid a bill, and it is never ever and will never ever make you happy. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all better leave me alone. You don't know what I had for dinner. I had me anyway.
Go ahead. Eboni, love to you.
Oh God. So love. Okay. So I feel that love is definitely communication, compromising. You have to compromise to a certain extent.
Healthy. That's healthy.
Okay. Thank you for that. That's the key word, is healthy, because I believe in a healthy relationship. That is actually the first word that I use. But healthy, compromise, and listening. Just listening, because sometimes people don't need all the feedback. Just listen. It's really good when you have a person that just has a lend ear and just to listen. That's all. Listening, and then also I love for a person to love themselves. I would love for a person. I don't think it's selfish at all. I respect you more if you love yourself. Because to me, if you love yourself and you show how much you love yourself, then I have no choice but to respect that love that you have for yourself as I would have for me. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot more into it. I can go forever, but yeah, those are the main ones. Communication. What else did I say, y'all? Because it's so much.
For to be
real, so you don't remember it.
You see, I'm just smiling here, right?
You absolutely make me sick.
One of those nights.
He said he did his villain.
I'm not listening to Mr.
Michael Petty is shit.
I'm not listening.
You have no idea. But I like that, Eboni. Honestly, I do. All boys outside, I like that.
So let me ask you one other thing. Is love and respect the same thing?
No.
Can you love a person and not respect? Now, I'm gonna tell you what my mother told me, and I thought about it differently in life. But she says, I'd rather someone, she said this, I don't know if she still feels this way. Geraldine be changing her mind too. She 80. She said, I'd rather for someone to respect me than love me, because people kill in the name of love.
Do you hear me? She better say it, because I was going to beat you to it. When I say respect, ma'am, I mean that.
But is it really love if somebody murdered you?
No, that's craziness.
That's not love.
But is it really love if they don't respect you?
That's not love either if they don't respect you.
No, what I'm saying is, for someone to truly respect you and to truly love you, you can't have one without the other.
But so that's like somebody saying, you know what, I love you so much, I respect your decision, I'm gonna let you go because I respect that and I love you so much. Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. Now we're talking about relationships, but love and respect is all different avenues, right?
It depends
you
on
work with somebody. Hold on, you work with somebody, you respect them, but you don't love them.
Okay.
You said work?
No, I'm just saying. So when you're talking about love and respect, we're talking about a relationship, but that's another way of looking at it. Because you be like, yo, I respect that person's opinion, but I don't love them. I
Yeah.
like them as a person, you know. So
Yeah, well, we talking relationship only. So love and respect, please. So
Yeah.
respect me and love me enough to leave me alone and let me go.
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's
don't bite my neck to try to make me come back.
another subject. Write it down.
That is another
Write it
subject.
down. Write it down, Queen. That's another subject.
What
Do
am
you
I
love me
writing?
enough to let me go?
Do you love me enough to let me go? Topic.
Yeah.
Write that
Because
down.
that's very unhealthy to stay with someone that clearly don't want to be with you. The hell with you. We good. I'm moving on deuces because my cutoff game is very strong. But it's not to a point to where, but it's just that what's the point? I mean, if you tell me you don't, oh, please help. What? Please say what? Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's a lot of people out there that's when the self-love kicks in. That's what I mean by the self-love. Because if you love yourself, you're not
good.
You have to love yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
You be like, okay.
I have to help them. You might have to help them leave you.
Now, can I throw an onion in there?
Go ahead, Michael. Because I knew you was coming. You said today is your day.
Hey, the day is my day. I'm gonna throw onion in there. Why is it's hard for something like that to come off my tongue? Love me or leave me. It's hard for me to say something like that. Okay. So because I love hard, and those who do hurt love hard, like Sagittarius. We don't call them names, Queen. But anyway,
mind your damn business.
He's so silly. Look at this thing.
The point that I'm trying to make, and I'm gonna be serious on this one. When you are easily able to walk away from someone, were you that in love with them from the beginning?
That's
the question. You said if somebody say the question one more time, Michael, please.
When you're that easily walk away from someone, you easily can walk away from someone, but did you really love them that much?
No.
Okay.
And I'm speaking from experience.
My point that I'm gonna tell you and anybody else that may ask me that question. If you are truly, let me say this, you're only gonna be in love truly probably twice in your lifetime. Truly. We're talking about true in love. The reason I make that point is we can't be so easily to ready to walk away from someone that we thought was our person, your soulmate, your lover, your everything. You can't be that easily ready to walk away from somebody like that. That's a hard decision and choice. Now, being a hard lover like myself, and I ain't gonna call nobody else's name, but Queen. So it's really hard for us in relationships only because we love with our heart first. Those who love with their heart first go into a relationship more open. Those who love with their heart, their mind and brain about, I'm not gonna put up with this, I'm not gonna do this, I don't do this right. Then you ain't gonna make it down to the heart. You're gonna stop at the mouth if you love him from up here. It's gonna always stop right here. Either you're gonna have a quick tongue, or you're not gonna let nobody finish their sentences, or you're gonna be that type of person where you don't listen. So it's gonna stop about right here with the mouth and the ears.
Right here.
That's it. So I'm just letting you know.
So, and you making a point because see, you can have someone say, "Oh, I love you." I've been in a relationship where I was like, "I love you, I love you." I say, "Well, are you in love with me?" No, they said, I said, "Are you in love?" And they's like, "Well, I love you." That right there is a no-go for me because it's two different things. The love you and in love, I feel it's two different things.
I'm gonna say this, and my spiritual father said this to me like 20 years ago. He said, "You don't want to be in love because you can fall out of love." He said, "Just love."
But how is that? Okay,
it's just a deeper level of love.
But how can someone not be in love? So as us of humans and made from the Creator, we're not even gonna go all the way. God is love. That's the highest form of love. So so they're trying to say we can't never be in love.
Let me say this. Let me say this. And probably echoing what Queen said. You should never, ever ask a person, "Are you in love with me?"
I disagree.
You can see it. Let
me say this. Let me say this. Her actions should tell you automatically if this person is in love with me.
But I have every right to ask. So if I already,
but if you ask it, so let me tell you something. Let me teach you something. I'm gonna teach you something.
Go ahead.
When you ask, you doubt.
But couldn't you ask for?
Hold
Could
on,
I ask for clarity?
I'm gonna hold on.
Hold on.
Okay.
When you ask, you doubt.
Harry said, "Can I ask for clarity?"
It's real easy. It's real easy to pull the plant out of the pot.
Right.
But then you want me to sit there and go in the relationship. I have this doubt that he might and should I, but I'm not gonna ask. That does not make sense to me. We should be open to what I should be able to communicate.
When you're loving from up here, it's never gonna make sense.
Ebony.
When you loving from right here in your heart, it always makes sense.
Because the actions that a person, the thoughtfulness, those actions going to show that
the way he look at you, the way he smell you at the sink, the way he tap you on your ass when you're walking by. You follow what I'm saying? The way he dances with you.
But there's some people that's hurt and then had things and they feel that they don't know how to love, so they don't know how to do that type of thing.
Right. Then that means that they're not in love with you because they still have.
And I have every right to ask.
But if you
okay, Ebony, I got you, but Ebony.
But couldn't it be the person getting to know what your love language is?
Hell no. That ain't.
Eva said you need a cigarette.
That ain't that. Yeah, I need one too. Eva, I need one too.
Well, okay, I'll say this, Mike. I'll say this for me, and I'll speak from a man point of view on this topic. Here is, I'm never going to love anyone more than I love God. So I'll put God first, and all that other stuff is just stuff in between because I have loved really hard and got the bloop blocked out of me. And I didn't ask, are you in love? Your actions, to your point, your actions showed me that you were not in love with me. So I'm at a point right now in my life, I don't have to ask that question. I already know. I know the answer, but sometimes I'm gonna go with Ebony here. Sometimes I just want to hear it just to make sure
I think it's my right to ask
what I'm feeling. Yeah, and we can agree to disagree. No one can stop me from asking that question because that's how you feel. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
You
get my text.
You should never allow doubt
to creep in
or put doubt, especially in a man's head. You should never put doubt in a man's head. I don't know about a woman. I can't.
That man already gave me doubt with the way he just handled everything. So I just felt that I was in that situation and it needed to be done.
If the way he
having a flashback, Ebony, what's going on?
So let me answer that. So when I speak on experience. I'm not gonna speak unless it's something I've been through. So that's why I'm gonna speak on it regardless. So
Ebony, you're not the only one.
That as a person, I shouldn't have never been in a relationship. I'm not gonna point fingers at him.
Right.
I'm not gonna keep pointing. Right. So if I went into a relationship, knowing dang well that we didn't communicate first, or we didn't talk, or we didn't spend that time to get to know each other, then that's on me too. Okay. I'm okay with admitting when admitting fault. So then now, hence, after all that I did not do, we didn't do properly. Now we here at this street, at this junction, and now I'm like, well, damn.
Okay, so let me. I'm gonna throw another onion in there real quick. I ain't gonna be long.
Is the onion like what type is it?
It's one. He got one of the big red onions. He keeps peeling back.
Yeah. And take a bite of it too. I ain't lying. But listen,
it's gross.
The thing that I'm gonna say, and it's really easy. Anytime you're questioning yourself in a relationship, you don't need to be in that relationship.
And you're exactly right. So when I question, I was not in. You're exactly right, sir. You're damn right.
Well, I got a question. Wait a minute. I got a question. Wait a minute. Let me see. So this is really good. What's the difference between loving and being loved? Being in love and being in love. Is it two different love?
That's two different things. That's two different things.
What is it to you, Mike?
Yeah.
I mean, when you said being in love and being loved, right? Being loved is surface. It's materialistic.
So when you bite into the onion, that means you're in love.
When you bite into the onion, no matter what it tastes like, you chew it up and swallow it, that's in love. You ever been mad with someone, so infuriated with someone that you love so much, and they ask you to do simplest thing? Can you bring me a cup of water? And you bring that cup of water to that person.
But how did you bring it? Did you spill a little bit out of it?
You know what I'm saying?
But did you spit in it? I'm sorry.
Did you give a half a cup of water?
Because the purpose coming out.
Right. But the thing about it is, love and being in love is two totally different.
It's two totally
boxes.
Different things.
I mean, every women compartmentalize way more than men, but way better than me. When a woman loves something, they loved it. But when it's in love with something, it's a totally different compartment. They're not in the same even. They one on the other side of the room.
Yeah,
but that's way different.
But but I mean,
Can you? Let me ask you this: can you feel love without being in love?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's deep.
Well,
Can
it's
you
different
feel-
levels of love.
I
It's not
asked
just
a simple
one.
question. Can you? Yes or no?
Okay.
Say it again. Can you feel love without being in
Can
love?
you feel loved without being in love? Yes
Can
or
you
no?
feel loved?
Without
Yeah.
being in love.
It's
Yes. With the person that you're in a relationship with, can you feel love without being in love? Yes. Yes. Because there's different levels. There's
He
different
just asked
levels.
a yes or no, though. So yes or
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Well,
Yes.
Nicole, Ebony.
Yeah.
huh?
Yes or no?
See, what I was saying was, Ebony, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I guess.
See,
What had
It's
happened
more
was,
complex because I just feel a man and a woman, y'all trying to put it all on one level. Women is different than men. I swear, because men are y'all can just be one way, and women, we got all of this going on. I can't, I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna sit there and try to act like, yes, Michael, you're right. I'm not, I'm being honest, Michael.
but would you, okay, yes or no, though? Are you
I
saying
can't
different
answer it.
levels?
So
You
I'll
can't
just
answer
say yes. Yes, because I can love a friend of mine, a girl, and I'll be like, hey,
We're
that's
talking
what
about
I
a
love.
relationship.
we talking about
So if
relationship.
that? We talking about relationships.
Right.
talking
If
about
you with a
relationship.
guy, he love you. Can you feel that he loves you even though he is not in love with you? That don't mean ever. That means he's not in love with you now.
Right now.
But
Right
how
now.
would I know
Yeah.
that?
No, listen, Ebony, listen to the question. Listen,
I listen.
He loves you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that he loves you,
You feel that he loves
but
you.
he is not in love with you. Can
Yes.
you tell the difference?
Yes.
See, we got
Shit,
it.
let me get some asparagus and put in here. Okay, so shit. So let me say something. If you could feel that, Ebony, why do you have to ask?
Because it's my divine right to ask, and I'm gonna ask.
You got spiritual in your head.
Look,
Divine
we
right.
were going up the stairs. We were going up the stairs, and then you just dropped down to nothing.
No, because Michael, you are not gonna sit there and make me think that I cannot ask. I will ask that question.
I'm not
Michael.
saying you can't ask.
I'm
I'm not
gonna
saying you
ask
can't
it, sir.
ask. But let the feeling come first.
If the feeling did come first, then I asked.
Oh. So when the feeling came, the feeling went positive.
What you say? Is you in love with me or is you not?
That
Is you is or is you ain't my
sound like
baby?
it sound like a Color Purple sentence.
Is you is or is you ain't my baby? That's the song. But listen, and when I asked, they didn't know how to answer it. So then after that, I never asked again. That told me right then and there. Hence, I'm
But you know what a shocking question that is to a man that has shown you everything that you wanted to see.
You said that they've shown me everything.
That's shown you everything. Listen to the whole thing. That's shown you everything that you
I
want
already
to
know what
see
you're about
and
to say.
given you everything that you ever wanted to have. And you come back and ask him that question.
Yeah, I asked.
But how you know
If
that's
they do something
how
brand
you know
new,
that he
I'm
did do
asking.
that?
If you do something brand new, because basically you were not being your true self, and then later on down the line, I'm like, okay, well then you were hiding things. So now that the true self is coming out, I'm like, yo, I can ask whatever question I can ask that because now it's over here. Now it's called self-preservation because I'm like, okay, do I need to stay and can we work this out? Which I tried. And then if that's a no, then I'm gone. I feel I have every right to sit there and ask that question. I am not going to be in a relationship with someone to where should I be uncomfortable to ask it? It's no
Look
way.
at that statement right there. Look at that statement. That's them Sagittarius talking. I'm trying to tell you, they ain't got no sense. I mean, I had two in my house. I had two of them in my house. I had two of them.
That's right. That's right.
In a relationship.
Sure.
If we're mature enough and we're old enough, or whatever you want to call it, it should be open, and there should not be any harm. There is a level of respect to have a conversation. If I have a conversation with a grown ass man, I'm 48, and as soon as I say something, because I'm very what's the word? Disrespectful what I say, and I ask in a gently way. And if first he, what do you then do? You too. I'm not gonna say you too sensitive. I ain't gonna say that. But what I'm saying, I should be able to ask you questions just as well as you ask me questions. No, it's no way I'm gonna be in a relationship with someone that we cannot communicate to the point where we cannot.
I'm not saying you can't answer the question. I'm not saying, Ebony, I'm not saying you can't ask the question.
You said I can't ask that. Are you in love with me? You said that.
I'm not saying you can't ask the question. All I'm asking you to do is allow your heart to feel it first.
I felt it.
No. What I'm saying is, no, you didn't. Because if your heart felt it, you wouldn't even have to ask the question.
You said I should have felt that he was in love with me. Is that what you're saying?
If your heart don't feel it,
way, right? That you'll know.
Mm-hmm.
You'll know.
Will you know?
I knew
Yes,
not.
you do.
And I
You
am.
really do know. You know.
You know? Okay,
You
let me
know.
ask this question.
I knew
Let me
not.
ask this question. I'm gonna say this. So everybody went on and they saw Cardi B is now coming out and say her and Offset are getting a divorce. Okay,
Yes.
she went on live, she did that. So my question around that relationship
Did he
is
say Cardi B? Did the deacon say Cardi B?
Yeah.
Cardi B. I said Cardi B because she
No,
went on there. to say-
I'm just laughing because you were deacon. And you
Yeah, because she said she's getting a
You know
divorce
what,
from
Cardi B?
Offset.
No,
Wait a
okay.
minute, I'm going somewhere before.
Go ahead.
So have she had enough in that relationship that she said enough is enough? I'm getting a divorce. I want everybody to know that we haven't been together for a few months. So at some point, did she get in that relationship? She said, I've had enough. I can't take the cheating. I can't do it anymore.
Let me
I think when a woman's fed up, she's fed up because
let me
That
say
is
something.
fair point blank,
Let me say something to that. And I don't mean to do all the talking. Just give me a little latitude.
Go ahead.
When I was going through my divorce, even when I got divorced, when I found out I was getting it, when I found out she found, let's go all the way back to the front. When I found out, when I got the paper served with the papers of
She a
divorce,
Sagittarius.
she said, sorry. Yeah, she is. When I got the papers and got served, we had just came from an amazing trip to Las Vegas for like 5 days. And off of a cruise the next week before that. You thinking, so my point of the matter that I'm trying to make is
Damn Sagittarius.
when a woman takes her time to look at things, and I'm not saying that she don't do it all the time. If she going through abuse, if she going through mental abuse, verbal abuse, it don't take that long. If it's going through something, I'm done with this. But when it's none of that in the relationship, emotionally, she has to detach herself from that person that she's been cherishing and loving for that amount of time.
Oh yeah.
How hard is that to do? That's not an easy thing to hell, it's got like 9-10 screws up in there you got to undo. So you're gonna undo all those screws to detach yourself from that person. She's serious about what she wanted to do.
She damn right she's serious about that. Because when a woman is ready, she's ready.
So the reason I tell you that story is because me myself felt like I didn't give enough to the relationship. That's why I'm being straight up with you.
And that sounds familiar, sir. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't give enough to a relationship, but it's always another side of the relationship that needs to give something to.
It's two sides. Yes.
Absolutely. So we didn't give enough to the relationship. And I'm not trying to put my business out there on live.
I understand.
When you're thinking about a divorce, you're not thinking about the children. You're not. You're thinking completely about you. So it has to be a selfish act.
Can I say something? This won't take 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
I knew I wanted to divorce him a long time ago, and I stayed because of my children. I waited till my children were well out of high school and going to the military, and I knew they was going somewhere and they were okay. Then I left. And when I say I knew when they was probably about 9 or 10. They graduated at 16 or 17. So I stayed because of the children. I did stay because of the children. Do I recommend that to everybody? No, I don't, because the children see it.
And they deserve
in their house. Say what you want, walk around all and pretend like you want. Them kids see it. Them kids are smarter than what you think. So.
They are.
And they will come back to you when they're grown and tell you everything.
I knew it. Yeah.
I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah. And I remember
tell you stuff that you didn't even realize they knew.
Yeah. I remember when I got my divorce, it was hard, but if we look at this from a biblical standpoint, it says it's my fault. And I take full responsibility because in my marriage, I could have done some things differently, Queen. I know I could have done that. But at the same token of that, I'm not going to live in jail by what I did in my past. If I do, I'll never move on.
I'm
not going to let you hold me hostage. I made some mistakes, but so have you.
Right.
I agree with you on that.
But I take full responsibility for what I did in the marriage. I take it on. I still process it. I had therapy around it, but I'm not going to let it hold me hostage because we all make mistakes.
We all.
And even with my marriage, before the final divorce, we had separated twice. Now I know the first time I married when I was 22. So. He had his situation, then we got back together again. And before the third and final, like the divorce, we even went to therapy. That's when I was like, no, I'm not doing this no more. And I actually stepped, because I'm the person that's going to do everything, right?
Mhm.
So I would look for I'm not doing that. So he knew that I was serious, you know. So he went and found a therapist. We were going like, he knew I wasn't playing, so we were going to therapy at like 6
That's
in the
called
morning.
backpedaling.
Right, with 6 in the morning, but I knew he did not want to be there. So I think it was after like 2 sessions. He was like, do we really have to continue to do this, and that? But after a while, it's tiring, right?
Mhm.
He was like, okay, I've given all I can, because I went through the whole, is it me? Is it me? Is it me? What can I do better? What can I do different? You know, all of those things. And then it's enough, you know. No, I ain't gonna beat him over the head, because like even when we were like going through our separation, he expressed some things to me that, you know, I don't know if he wanted me to know, or he felt whatever, you know. But no, he didn't want the divorce because I was comfortable to him. I was familiar to him.
Mhm.
You know, he knew I was somebody that he can trust. I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying? So it was that type of thing. But being loyal isn't enough for me because I'm not protected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not protected. I'm not taken care of the way I feel and deserve to be taken care of and protected. So, yeah. I mean, it happens. I mean, it's life. And people are like, well, you should only divorce if you're being abused and all those things.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
I totally disagree.
Everything is for a reason, season, or a lifetime.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, people grow apart. I married when I was 22. You know how many lifetimes I done had at 22, and now I'm 53. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people grow apart, and I think that's really
And
important.
it's okay.
And I think the thing about it, what's really important is that we're always changing.
Mhm.
Right. So I think that if we have like 2020 is hindsight, honestly, word is bond, somebody got alive. If I knew what I knew now, what I knew then, what I know now,
Okay.
my former husband wouldn't have been my husband.
You better say it, sis. Do you hear me?
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and y'all, Mike and Larry, both all three, you know, and he's a nice guy, right?
He is.
Like,
He
easy
is.
on the eyes.
Yeah.
But as far as alignment,
It's not there. It wasn't there.
we wouldn't have known.
Mm-mm.
I'm telling you, know how people be like when they was young, oh, I always thought about being married and having a big wedding. I didn't think about that shit. I didn't think about that.
It's Michael.
That wasn't Michael. No, I didn't think about that. And that could have been because at a very young age, my dad and my mom divorced, right? They separated in a divorce. So I didn't grow up in a household like, oh, you're going to get married. Nah. And there's nothing wrong with those things. That's not how I grew up. You understand? So when I was asked to be married, I was like, okay, this is scary. You know what I'm saying? But when I can look at where I was in my life then, that the marriage served me for what it needed to serve me for at that time where I was in my life. And that's okay. And that's my takeaway from it.
Yeah.
That's
for me, I can only speak for me.
Right.
So if I get married again, what I've learned now is I'm going to listen to understand, and I'm not going to listen to respond.
And listen to what ain't being said either.
I'm going to listen to understand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be listening to respond, because if I listen to respond, I'm going to say the first thing that comes to my mind.
I totally agree with you.
Understand, it's going to be a different reaction to what I say to her.
Right.
And I'm not there yet, but I'm in process.
And
I'm
so
trying to listen to understand, not listen to respond.
And to piggyback off of that, I believe in love. I believe in marriage again because of, like I said, the growth that occurred for me. I've grown a lot, the mental health and the spiritual and all the growth. And so this next round, I love being friends first. I think the person you marry should be if not your best friend, but damn near close. And I totally agree. Let that person talk just to listen, because when a person talks, they actually tell everything about them when they talk.
Yeah. Right. That's right.
But you got, I mean,
I'm open to it.
Larry, big words, bro. I'm just gonna go and say it up, nice words. Eboni, I love what you said. Let me just say this. Queen, you done shocked the hell out of me. I don't know how that emoji looked, but I think that's it.
Where's the emoji? I don't see it.
Why did I shock you
now?
Wait a minute. Why did I shock you, Mike?
What you tell him in the store?
Man, listen to me. And I don't mean this in a bad way, okay? You being yourself now and seeing yourself 20 years down the road. Mm-hmm. The mistake we make in any relationship is we don't learn to grow together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you're not growing together, you're not going to be together. That's when you're not growing together, you're not looking out for one another. When you're not growing together, There's nothing gonna make sense.
Nope.
Nothing that you do will make sense. So what I learned, and what I like to tell people all the time is, when you're in a relationship that you think is the relationship and y'all get married, you all have to have fun. You have to have fun from the point of an argument. You got to have fun from the time you get your first income tax check and y'all want to split it. You got to have fun from the time you lose your job or you lose her job. Who's going to support it? You got to have fun with that shit. Hey, look, hey, like my wife, I've retired. I've been retired for 4 years. My wife wake me up every morning. Hey, what's going on? What we doing today? What we doing today? And it's so funny to me because it's something that she's not serious, but it's really something to get me motivated.
Right.
And that's what a man needs. I can't speak. A man needs motivation, even if it's, babe, I love the way you wash my car. Thank you so much. Women don't know how far that goes. Babe, you poured me a glass of Kool-Aid. That was the best damn Kool-Aid.
Oh, I know how far it goes. Y'all love it. Y'all love that.
Yes. Yeah. If you could tell a man, please and thank you, please and thank you, go so far with a man.
It does. With a man, it sure does. Like
with a woman, it may not, but with a man, shit. A man,
you better please and damn thank you, man. That's how I was raised.
Small motivation. A man needs small motivation.
Yeah.
And he'll go run through a wall for you.
So true. Good stuff.
Run through the wall. What wall? What type of wall?
Long as the Sagittarius didn't build that wall, though. Sagittarius build that wall, your ass gonna run into some bricks. But anyway,
I still need to know what's the shock about, but we'll get to it, my big brother.
Listen, Queen.
Look at his face. Y'all gonna need to do a personal conversation after this.
Yes, Lord.
And I like all of Eva comments. Eva had a lot of good comments on
Eva is one of my.
You're amazing.
Eva is my sister friend for like 30 years. Larry, I've been knowing Eva longer than you.
Wow.
So yes.
Thank you, Eva.
Great comments, Eva.
So before we wrap up, Larry, what's the last thing you want to ask us?
The last thing I want to ask you is, how will I know in my relationship that I'm truly in love?
We on this in love thing.
It's disturbing.
It's I go second. I don't want to go first. I go second.
I go last.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go at all.
But isn't that something we just talked about? Like, how will I know when I'm in love?
We just did a whole debate about it. We
need to do it.
Ebony, I can't, baby. I can't. I mean, I can't. I don't know if it's the reindeer head. I can't. You go first, Ebony. Tell us something.
He said, "My, you know it."
So you can throw another onion, sir?
No,
he's not gonna throw an onion in his mouth.
I'm on vegetables of greenness right now, so it'll just be like asparagus or something like that.
So, Larry, can you just say it real quick, real fast, and say it one more time?
How will I know when I'm really in love again?
I'll answer like this. How would I know if I never have been?
Wait, no.
Look at his face. How will you know you're in your relationship if you are in love? You know what? When I think about you when you're not there, and a smile will come across my face, but it's just a little subtle thing. It's like the smallest. It's like the little things. The way to crack the little hint of a smile. It's little things, very so subtle, that makes my heart like just sing. It doesn't have to be big things. I'm not, he bought me a ring. Ooh, it's like the littlest of things. It's very small for me. How to know that I'm in love? I think about you. I think about a person a lot. When I say a lot, go ahead.
Let me Ebony just digging a hole like a song gun.
No, I'm not digging a hole, sir. I'm true about my intentions, sir. Let's go. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Very simple, okay? Very simple. How will I know when I'm really in love? I wrote it down.
Go ahead.
When I miss you and you standing your ass right there.
You're so deep.
Y'all don't even get that yet, but you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it in a minute. You're gonna get that in a minute. Go on. I know your booty twitching and everything. You don't know what to say, do you?
He's talking about her booty itching.
Well, that's
that emoji.
Y'all petty. Yes, that's the emoji right there. Somebody petty.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Mike. how will I know when I'm in love? I think definitely when the person is in your thoughts all the time.
Yes.
When y'all can you know that he's thinking of you, he's thinking of me, I'm thinking of him, and we just vibe. I think that right there is just a dope connection. So definitely,
when
I
you
think
walk in the room and your heart really starts pumping hard, like you damn near a teenager again. You know, the fluttering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you see him and you shy and you just
just shy. Like if I could turn red, I can't. But if I could, I would.
Or the way he look at you, turn you on.
That just means your ass horny. That
ain't got nothing to do. No, here's the beautiful thing.
Yeah, and
when,
see, that's
for me.
Go ahead, baby.
When it's like for me, when it's beyond like sexual intimacy,
and that's the point.
It's just like, you know what I'm saying. That's
and women do that.
Yeah.
And see, women do that, and women are like that. And so, Michael, my friend of Aisha's friend, Michael, what I want you to understand is just still at the end of the day, men and women are men and women. And so we do things differently. The energy we carry, the way we think, the way we process it, and the way we put it out, sir. So I'm not going to understand what you're going to say to me, but I respect it 100%. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to ask you, are you in love with me?
But also, I think this is what I've had to learn, and I'm still learning. Like you said, men and women don't think the same. We can't.
Not at all. And never will.
We don't think the same. We don't express ourselves the same. So
never will.
So I had to learn that because I was getting disappointed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Men are more simple than women.
They're not going. I think women can be. We're simple too. I think that
women are simple.
You just gotta listen.
Yeah. So it's certain things that right. You gotta listen, Mike. But I think paying attention and your intention is always good. So. Yo, that was a dope conversation, and I think we're gonna have to have a part 2 because.
Hey, Queen, real quick though. Let me. I found this on the shirt real quick. It says 6 funny things that you know when you're really in love. I noticed the little things about you, baby. Thank you. I'm getting turned on just by thinking about you. Did you know that you're super hot? You're so cute when you make that face, baby. I miss your arms around me. Come over. And then the last one is, you know what? You've been on my mind all day. So there were just some fun facts they said that you know.
That's cute. That's sweet. That's sweet. That's sweet. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for your yes and coming on and being a guest on the panel again of I Know Dope People. And okay, Q.
Oh, sorry.
And all of that. That was a great conversation. I think we have all of our topics are has to have a part 2.
It does
because it's really and we don't want Ebony to start twitching. And Ebony
I won't look. Early. I did good today, Mama. I did good.
You get it because Ebony be getting up.
You own it today, baby. You was on it today.
Was I on it? Can y'all give me a round of applause? Everybody clap. Give me a round of applause. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So thank you so much. Yo, next week. We're gonna have my friend Ari Fresh on. She does I'm gonna say no. She does ear candling, waxing to like get you balanced and get all the gook out of you so you can reach a higher connection.
Out.
It's you say what now? What? Hold on. Can she do what now?
It's called ear candling.
Ear, nose, and throat.
Ear candling to really to help you unblock so you can connect to your higher power, your higher source.
You better.
She's going to be on next week, and then the last show for the year is going to be with Tama from the Womb Sauna in Maryland, and it's called the 2023 Shakedown. So we're going to get ourselves in alignment and see how we need to release things and get to our higher, greater, better selves.
Getting ready
for 2024 and beyond. Beyond. Let me explain something to you. I want to let y'all know 8 stands for the number 8 is new beginnings.
Yeah.
So the 5 and a 3, I'm 53. That's 8. 2024, that's 8. So I'm like double.
Yes, it is.
New beginnings. Let's get it. So let's have a great evening, a great holiday. Everybody have a wonderful time. Remember, for me, the holidays are really just about me sleeping. No, it's time is really about me spending time with my family, sleeping, resting, catching movies, organizing, all of those things. So make sure you're taking care of yourself and your loved ones. Don't go out there and spend all your money and get caught up.
Yeah, that
okay. And Mike, I don't know what you cooking for these people for Thanksgiving with these rib tips and everything. And Larry, make sure you pray over some people. Tell your pastor to call me. She didn't call me. I think last year was the year before I did the New Year's Eve service.
Okay.
She can zell me.
Thank you, Katanya.
Thank you, Katanya.
No,
Here we go. We want rum cakes.
Please. Aisha's rum cake is everything.
I'm just gonna tell y'all this. I got some rum in my house and I need to get rid of it.
Can you make some? Aisha, I live around the corner from you, Mama. I'll come over.
I can't hear you.
I live around the corner.
I'm getting rid of this rum.
Okay,
to
I'll bring the cake.
Myself.
You need some ingredients.
2023.
Hey,
I'll buy the
Michaela.
ingredients.
Wait, Michaela said them rum cakes. What them rum cakes do?
She's amazing.
That's what's up.
Peace and blessings. Happy holidays.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Larry and Michael, I doubt if I hear from y'all. So listen, happy New Year, prosperity and abundance.
Yes.
Same too.
Same to you, babe. Same to you. Same to you.
All right, I love y'all. Mike, you can call me later if you need counseling. Larry,
Yeah, I'm gonna need counsel on this one. I'm late for an 8:30 table read, so we gonna talk.
Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Happy
for
holidays,
checking out.
y'all.
Love to everyone.
Peace,
All right.
peace. Bye. Thank you for checking out another dope episode of I Know Dope People with Queen Aishah. Thank you to Larry, Eboni, Mike, Nichelle. We missed you. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Katanya. Thank you all for your rum cake requests. Peace and power. One love.